up to day 20 in our devotion series in the Countdown to Christmas. We're going through the book Unwrapping the Greatest Gift by Anne Voskamp, and this one is called God Remembers, and it's based on Luke chapter 1, verse 6 to 8 and verse 11 to 17. Now was the time when all the miracles began. After speaking to prophets like Habakkuk and Malachi, God fell quiet for a very, very, very long time. For 400 long years, God's children looked up to heaven and they didn't hear a thing. It had been a long time since they had heard from God. But then, all of a sudden, it was like hundreds of quiet years shattered and God's voice reverberated loud into their hearts. There he was, an angel appeared right in front of an old man, a certain wrinkled, grey priest named Zechariah. Zechariah's name means God remembers, but some days Zechariah felt like God had forgotten him. Everybody else had the gift of a child, but not Zechariah. Zechariah had no little boy of his own to play with, to love on, to dream with. Zechariah did have a wife. Her name was Elizabeth. It meant God's promise. Elizabeth prayed with Zechariah that God would remember them and that he would give them the promise of a child. And nothing is impossible with God. This is what the angel declared. Zechariah, God remembers, and his wife Elizabeth, God's promise, would give birth to a baby boy whose name would be John, which means God is gracious. That's a miracle that we all get. God gives us grace. He graciously gives us one gift after another. He gives us breath and life in each other, and he gives us all of himself. Zechariah could hardly believe it. The angel promised that John would be a man like Elijah. Do you remember Elijah? He had fireballs come down from heaven. This is what the angel said: John will help people get their hearts ready for the coming of the greatest gift ever. That's all we have to really get ready for Christmas, our hearts. We need our hearts to be ready to welcome Jesus into every part of our lives. And guess how you best get your heart ready for Jesus to come to him just as you are. God never withholds the greatest gift from you, Jesus. Jesus is all good and he is all yours. And this is always your miracle, your greatest gift. And the best thing is that you can always have as much of Jesus as you want. And some thoughts to discuss as a family. Have you experienced a miracle? Have you heard about someone else who's experienced a miracle? Why do you think the miracle of Christmas is one of the greatest miracles ever? And an activity for your family, as a family, sing a Christmas song that reminds you of the miracle of Christmas.